Flanders, a company of 3 riders who did nothing but engage in irresponsible and sinful behavior. The 3 drunkards were in the tavern one night. Their character was personified by all the 3 drunkard traits: gluttony, drunkenness, gambling. These traits define the 3 and eventually lead to their downfall. The riders at first appear like personified vices, but it is their belief that a personified concept, in this case death, and hearing a bell, looked outside to see men carrying a corpse to its grave. One of them called to his slave to go and ask who the corpse was. He was told by a boy that the corpse was an old fellow whose heart was smashed in 2 by a secret thief called Death. This drunkard agreed and discussed with his companions how this Death had indeed slain many people of all ranks of both sexes that year. The 3 men then vowed to find Death and slay him.
When they had gone not even half a mile, they met an old poor man at a stile. He greeted them courteously. The proudest of the drunkards responded rudely, asking the man why he was still alive at such a ripe age. The old man answered that he was alive because he could not find anyone who would exchange their youth for his age, and although he knocked on the ground begging it to let him in, he still did not die. Moreover, the old man added, it was not courteous of the drunkards to speak so rudely to an old man. One of the other drunkards responded still more rudely that the old man was to tell them where Death was, and regret not telling them dearly. The old man, still polite, told the drunkards that they could find Death up on the crooked way underneath an old tree. Okay.
The drunkards ran until they came to the tree, and underneath it they found 8 bushels of gold coins. The worst one of them spoke first, arguing that fortune had given them the treasure to live their life in happiness, but realizing that they could not carry the gold home without people seeing them and thinking them thieves. Therefore, he suggested they should draw lots, and one of them should run back to the town to fetch bread and wine, while the other 2 protected the treasure. Then, at night, they could agree where to take the treasure and carry it safely. This was agreed and lots were drawn. The youngest of them was picked to go to the town.
However, as soon as he had gone to town, the 2 remaining drunkards plotted among themselves to stop him upon his return, and then split the gold between them. While he was in the town, the youngest thought of the beauty of the gold coins, and decided to buy some poison in order to kill the other 2, keeping the gold for himself. Thus he went to the apothecary, bought some strong and violent poison, put it into 2 to 3 wine bottles. The 3rd was for him to drink from, top them up with wine, and return to his fellows. Exactly as the other 2 had planned, it befell. They killed him on his return, and sat down to enjoy the wine before burying his body. Now let us feed and drink and be merry, and afterward we will be bury his body. And as it happened, drank the poison and died. The tale then asked God to forgive the trespass of good men. Thus conclude the pardoner, almost beware of the sin of avarice, which can only bring treachery and death.
If you had the chance to change your fate, would you? Why are you reading my